I thank the gentleman for yielding. Well, I want to thank Chairman Thornberry and Ranking Member Smith and our fellow colleagues on the committee this year on many important issues within the committee's jurisdiction, which we found in this bill, which I've been proud to work with my colleagues. As Ranking Member of the Emerging Threats and Capabilities Subcommittee, I especially want to thank my subcommittee colleagues, particularly my colleague Joe Wilson, Chairman of the subcommittee. It's been a pleasure to work with him. So I also want to take this opportunity to recognize members of the staff who worked so hard on this bill, without whom we'd be able to move legislation of this magnitude forward. The legislation, Mr. Chairman, before us today continues to address critical priorities and programs at the strategic, operational, and tactical levels when it comes to emerging threats and capabilities. In particular, I'm pleased with many provisions relating to game-changing technologies, such as language addressing how to properly operationalize directed energy technologies, electromagnetic railgun mount funding, electronic warfare capabilities, strategy requirements, and a point person within DoD for directed energy systems. This legislation goes on also to prioritize readiness of the Cyber Mission Force and fully supports the U.S. Cyber Command while elevating this critical entity to its own combatant command. This effort enhances our superiority in the cyber domain, and I'm glad the committee recognized the need to take this vital step. I'm also pleased with the approach we took toward enhancing capabilities and extending authorities to defeat non-state actors like ISIL and al-Qaeda. And I'm also pleased with the continued support of our Special Operations Forces and their families who are under the responsibility of the subcommittee, and those forces which are at the always at the pointy tip of the spear. Although this bill moves the ball forward and policies vital to our national defense, of course it is far from perfect. We must address we must continue to address the funding issues and other areas of concern as we move forward in the process. In closing, I want to thank all the members of the subcommittee, as well as the members of the full committee, the Armed Services Committee, for their support during this markup. I again commend Chairman Thornberry and Ranking Member Smith for their leadership, and I look forward to our continuing to craft a final product with the Senate that provides further support for our men and women in uniform, our military families, and further strengthens our national security. With that, thank you, and I yield back the balance.